I'm back for another video. So, welcome again. My name is Stephanie, if you don't know already. Today's video is highly requested by one of my friends. Pretty sure somebody else, but this one, she keeps bugging me, so she knows who she is. And if she does, comment. Today we're making cake pops. And I want to make it as easy as possible so it doesn't get frustrating, because I remember when I was learning how to make cake pops, it was very frustrating because if you put too much icing or if you don't stick the stick all the way in, anyways, you'll be able to see. We're making cake pops if I haven't said it already. Today we're making red velvet cake pops, hence 4th of July. So happy 4th. So let's get started. Okay, so right here you use whatever cake mix you want to use. I decided to use red velvet. I do have some red sprinkles, blue sprinkles. You can use whatever color sprinkles you want. It's up to you. Then we go over here and we have some white chocolate, and you'll see that later. I have some cake pop sticks, and then I have white icing. You could go ahead and use any other icing. I prefer to use this white one for my choice. Right here we have the cake mix into the stand mixer. I already had and follow the instructions as normal, and then I'm gonna go ahead and just go ahead and mix it at 1. This is my preference. I would recommend you not to mix it too high, because if you mix it too high, you're gonna create air bubbles in it. You don't want to do that, because when you start cutting the cake or serving it or whatever the case would be, you have too many air bubbles. Now we have the cake already mixed for about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then you see how smooth it is. That's the goal, to get that cake mix around that consistency. Now what we have is my 12-inch pan. I prefer to go ahead and make sure that it doesn't get sticks to the pan when I go ahead and put the cake mix on there. So we're going to apply some butter. So we're going to apply butter, 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 more butter, more butter. We're still applying butter. And again, this is a 12-inch pan. You can use a sheet cake, whatever size you want. It's just, you make 24 cake pops with cake mix. And then just a little bit of flour, tap, tap, tap. Make sure you get all the sides, turn it a little bit. Go ahead, make sure you see how it's floured already. I prefer to butter it up and flour it. I'm gonna go ahead and scrape the sides of my bowl. After I'm done scraping the sides, I'm gonna go ahead and put it inside the mix. Put the mix inside the pan, and then just make sure I scrape everything down. Go ahead and put the stuff in the sink. I prefer to spin the pan just like that, so it bakes even. Now I have the cake ready, baked, cooled, and is ready to go. And I'm gonna start crumbing it down. As you can tell, as you can see right here, I'm gonna move my stand a little bit. I'm gonna crumb it, mix it down a little bit. This part right here, you wanna make sure that you don't have any dry, or don't over bake the cake. Make sure that you don't have any dry areas. So if you do have that dry crust, it's gonna be harder for you to mix your cake pops. Your cake ball, sorry, your dough. I'm gonna go ahead and put everything in there. As you can see that the cake did not stick to the pan, which is a good thing. I'm gonna go ahead and crumble, crumble, crumble. Keep crumbling. Put it in the bowl. Keep crumbling. Just double checking that I don't have any dry areas, because you know it happens. Okay, we're ready to go. Put in my stand. Have it ready. I prefer to use my mixing stand. You could use your hands. You could use even a blender. The Ninja blenders, they have a little the scraper as well, so you can make it into dough. Right here I have a half a cup measuring a measuring cup. I prefer to use a measuring cup to show you what you could do. In this case right here, I'm going to go ahead and measure 1/3 of a cup. That's what I use right here. I want to make sure that I have exactly what I need. I do use my fingers because I do have my hands clean, so that's the only reason I'm doing it. You know, and I am at home. Go ahead and scrape it on there. make sure that everything is scooped out. Again, sorry for the mess with my fingers, but it is clean. So in this part right here, we're just going to keep mixing it, and then we're going to make sure that it is consistency dough. You see how it turned into the dough. Want to make sure that everything is okay. You see how it's not sticking, so you're ready to go. And then we're gonna stop it. You see how it's not sticking to the bowl. We're okay right now. It's not sticking. So we're gonna go ahead and mix it really quick so I make sure I have all the icing good. I'm gonna take it out of the stand. Make sure that I scrape everything off the machine. And there you go. If you could see around that area, around that consistency, you're good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and start making the cake balls. I am using a tablespoon. This is the one that I have. It doesn't have to be a specific round. I'm gonna go ahead and make them. I like to go ahead and squish them a little bit while I'm rolling them. Go ahead and roll it and make sure you get as perfect ball as you can try to get it. So it's really up to you. Again, you can use whatever flavor you want. This is what I decided to use. It works for me. This is the chocolate, and it is white chocolate. FYI, I did not add no butter, no coconut oil. It's just something that I get off the shelf, and it is for, it is melting chocolate. It is for covering fruits, whatever you want to cover. So it has that purpose for it. I did microwave it every 10 to 15 seconds. I went ahead and mixed it. And you'll see how it starts getting its form, it starts melting. Just be careful with your hands because the bowl does get hot. Just gotta make sure you mix it. Don't mix it all at one time because you will burn your chocolate. Make sure that you don't have any water anywhere. It's gonna mess up your chocolate. Okay, so I have my cake pops. I went ahead and actually put it in the freezer for 15 minutes. So now they're ready. We have the cake pops sticks ready to go. And then you can see right here that I'm gonna go ahead and just stick the sticks into the ball. I'm just gonna show you two different ways that you can go ahead and do this. I try to put it perfectly centered, but I picked it up, of course. But the goal is to have that little part of that stick of a chocolate coming out. And right here we have just the cake balls. I went ahead and got a fork, tap, 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 scrape, and I'm just gonna go ahead and place it on my silicone mat. And that's pretty much a cake ball, obviously without the stick. It's really up to you. It saves, if you do for a party or whatever the case with me, it does save you time and money, so you don't have to worry about the stick falling out or cracking, anything like that. And right here, my choice of sprinkles, glitter. Of course, this is all edible. It's up to you how you wanted to go ahead and decorate it. I was just messing around. It is a video. I'm gonna go ahead and get the fork that I have right here and just drizzle it. I thought I had enough chocolate, but I didn't. So the second time, you just drizzle it and you're ready to go. You can really use whatever color you want right here. And again, you're good to go. Okay, now we are ready for the cake pops on a stick. So what I like to do, I think I already refrigerated or freezed it again for another maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It's up to you. I wouldn't freeze it too long because then the balls get smaller and you don't want it to start thawing out and expanding on you. So right here, I just dipped it slowly and carefully because I don't want the cake pop to fall off the stick. Right here, if you notice, I did not tap it into the side to take out that excess chocolate because I don't want it again to fall off the stick. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of these. I know I said I could make 24 cupcakes, but right here I made 12 cupcakes. It's just for the video, of course. So we're gonna go ahead and finish this up, and you could really do whatever you want on decorations and have it ready. It's good for showers, parties, you know, just have a little get together. And then right here is the final look. And I decided to pair it up with some coffee, iced coffee, because you know, it's perfect. Just a little dessert with coffee. If you would like to see how to make this iced coffee, comment below and I will have that ready for you.